Hey everyone, this is Michael for Spirit Comics. True readers, I'm sitting here at my laptop. This is where I want to do this review of Aquaman issue 25, the king size anniversary issue. I got this several months ago. It seems this was the issue where they introduced a new artist that was going to be taken over, and so let's. I tell you, I'm just going to get into the review and get this over with because this feels painful. This is the cover. I can't pronounce the guy's name who does the artwork, but the guy who does the cover also does did this cover, also did the art. It's, to me, I hate the cover, really. Mainly because the artist, he gave Aquaman a beard. Really? I don't like that. At least he kept the orange scaly tunic and the green pants, which I've always liked. So let's just get into this and get it finished. Okay, we open up with Atlantis. This thing right here, this is a mystic spell called the Crown of Thorns that was cast I think an issue or two ago, and this narration is done by Aquaman. And this jerkwad here is King Wrath. He makes fun of everybody that isn't him. And that's Mistress of the Drift, Ursula, I believe. Yeah, this is all King Wrath's court. They're discussing matters which are, kind of boring. And this is splash page. This is of the 9th Triad, and more narration by Aquaman. The art, well, it doesn't even look like it was drawn by hand. I don't know how people do art these days. Art used to be drawn by hand. Then we go over here, and this is Aquaman. Now he's hiding out. At least we get some half decent dialogue here, where he's actually this is narration. No one looks twice at me, just another inert who's come to the 9th for work. I had a dream of Atlantis once. Then I awoke, looked up, and found dream was gone. And more people trying to conspiring against King Wrath. And these are like security guards, you could say. That they're coming down. They're exploring the 9th Triad, and this security guard says, "You're there, Heidelin," which is a slur. "Why do you sulk in the shadows?" And he says, "Your lights hurt my eyes." And he says, "Do you have coins, trinkets of value, old things from before the sinking?" He says, "I have nothing." "Worthless fool, I should just gut you. Your face seems familiar. What is your name?" And he says, "Orin," trying to conceal his identity. And he looks horrible because he's, people believe him to be killed. But to me, it looks like they are trying to draw him to look more like Jason Momoa, who's going to play him in the upcoming movie. Then let's go over here to Amnesty Bay. I was not sure who this was a few months ago when I was in my comic shop just flipping through this, because I wanted to look through it before I purchased it, and I was like, who in the heck is this right here? And I started wondering, where's Mara, the woman who was supposed to be Aquaman's wife, or who was supposed to marry Aquaman. And so I flipped through the comic all the way to the back. There she is, Mara, wearing her crown. That's Mara. I was like, there she is. Wait a minute. Then it hit me. That woman in yellow, I'm like, oh no. So then I flipped all the way back. To that scene. And I was like, no, please, no. That is Mara. Look at what they have done to her. I mean, him, that lone artist, he took her and made her look pathetic. And she, even in the first 24 issues, even when she was mad, upset, she still looked good because people were drawing her good. People who had talent. She's sitting here and she looks like, I don't even know how to put it. But this is Tula, the one in yellow. She says, Mara, you must eat something. You don't eat, you don't sleep, you don't even speak. Please. And she says, what happened to Arthur was awful. She's trying to console her. But I found out, she says, this is your friend Tula from Atlantis. And I'm like, that is Mara? And basically the rest of the story, is kind of slow. And it's hard to even get into the narration or even the story itself. The art is just, I don't know, it just doesn't do anything for me. I don't like it. Except I do like this scene. Who are you? Wait, I know you. And you see this figure hovering there in the water, which appears to be Aquaman. And it figures out that it's the Aquaman. But then he vanishes. Then we go back to King Wrath's court, where this is I guess her name is Cetra. She is a mistress of the widowhood that guards the Silent School, which is a school of magic there in Atlantis. And she's trading insults with the king. And you can see how put out he is, the jerk. And she says, magic is our concern, great king. You have encouraged our nation. You have encircled our nation in the crown of thorns, a shield of defensive sorcery that has not been used for 1,000 years. You have liberated other instruments from the arsenals of the Silent School and sanctioned them for use. Things our ancestors shut away in the vaults for good reason. And their insults go back and forth and nothing really gets resolved. And then he gets all pissy. And that dude right there in that purple creature is called Crush. When he hears that Aquaman may be back, he's got to do something about it. And these individuals at the Silent School, they're trying to steal something that may give him a little bit of leverage. He finds what he needs. And back in the king's court, they're still arguing and bickering. And then we see Dolphin, although her name won't be revealed till the next issue. And and this security guard said, "This one doesn't speak. What are you hiding, girl?" And she starts punching him and fighting. And then she gets accused of being a mutation, which apparently is illegal in Atlantis. But that is, she's the one. Dolphin is the one plus out of this whole asinine comic book now, because she actually looks good. She was not introduced in the previous issues, the first 24, so she doesn't look too bad. Then Aquaman comes in, ready to kick some butt. Then there's Dolphin watching him. She never speaks, so we really don't have much of an idea what she's thinking. And he says, "You want to come with me?" And she gives him a fierce look. And he's like, "Oh, for God's sake." And he says, "Come on. Do exactly what I tell you. Can't you talk? What's your name?" And look at those eyes. Those are some piercing eyes. I have to give it to the artist for at least, that much. And then we're back at Amnesty Bay with Tula and Mara. Tula is on the phone. She says, "Hello? What? I don't understand. Slow down. Mara, listen." And I think this is from Atlantis. Yeah, this is from Atlantis. You see, in previous issues, it was somehow established that there was communication capable between the surface world and Atlantis. And just in case anybody's wondering, how in the world are they doing this? It's comic books, So it's Volko saying, "This is Volko. Yes, that Volko. I need to speak to the Lady Mara. Please, we don't have much time. I've used illegal magic to contact you. They're at the damn doors, Volko. They're right outside. I told you this was madness." And so Tula says, "It's gone dead." "Mara?" She said, and she finally speaks. "He's alive." "Who's alive?" Tula says. "Mara, what are you?" "Get out of my way, Tula. Arthur is alive. After all, he is alive. And even if I have to drag that whole kingdom to the surface." And so that's it for Aquaman issue 25. I hope you didn't throw up too much. But true readers, if you enjoyed this review, give it a like. Subscribe. Hit that bell so you'll be notified of future uploads. Like it. Share it with someone who enjoys this artwork. Okay? Till next time, true readers.